Hello everyone, Andrew here, and today is going to be my first attempt at a YouTube upload. I tried to do the YouTube thing back in 2021 and 2022, but it never hit off. First, I just want to apologize that my audio sounds like crap. I don't have the best gear yet. I'm starting from rock bottom. I'm using an HP laptop, a $20 keyboard, and a $10 pair of earbuds with a dinky sounding microphone. Um, the basis of this channel is going to be audio game streaming, fun stories, maybe some skits, music production stories and tutorials, and what have you. Just basically whatever I want to upload. I'm just here to have fun. But if I can get this YouTube channel off the ground at some point, that will be good. Now, enough blabbering from me. One of the games I want to demo today is a game called Mistworld. Mistworld is basically an open world RPG that was made in Asia. I believe it was made in China, but I could be wrong there. It's a little strange. The controls are an acquired taste, that's for sure. It has a class system like your average dungeon crawler, so you have a mage, a sorcerer, an elf, a warrior, a hunter, and so on. I'm missing a few, I know that. But, well, I think it's better for me to show and not tell. Let's get rolling. Heads up, I am a blind screen reader user, as you might know. But, well, let's roll. I'm going to go to my desktop using the keystroke Windows D with NVDA screen reader.
Desktop list. Recycle bin not selected 1 of 11.
And then I'm going to type the letter M until we hear Mistworld.
M. Microsoft M. Messages 9 M. Mistworld 10 of 11.
And then I'm going to push enter to launch the game. And what you'll hear is
Mistworld.
that is the game logo. The music you hear in the background is the main menu music of Mistworld. This game does not have graphics. As far as I have been able to confirm, the only thing that is visible is the logo. But since I'm recording with Audacity, there will be no graphics until I figure out how to get an image for you visual folks to look at. But let me show you the main menu of the game here.
Create account.
So the first thing we have is login. So to move up and down the menu, you push S or W or up and down arrow. So I'm going to use W to go back up.
Login.
So the first thing we hear is login, which if you have an account, you will need to log in there. But if you don't, that's the next menu item down. We have
Create account.
create account, which is self-explanatory. You just put in your name, email address, verify your email address, set your password, and you're good to go. You just got to create your character.
Language. American English.
Language is American English. I'm not going to mess with that.
Change and retrieve password.
Change and retrieve password. That's if you forget your password or your account gets hacked for some weird reason.
Proxy.
Proxy. I'm not sure what that is.
Exit. Proxy. Exit.
Exit.
Account input box. Andrew160 at gmail.com.
Account input box.
Password input box. 9 characters.
Password input.
Server. 2. Journey of Landscapes.
This game has two servers. There is the default server, and then there is the new updated server, which is a lot faster, and I believe your character has a few more levels. Sorry about my weird brain scatter. I might have had a little too much caffeine today. And this is going to be my first upload, so please bear with me, guys.
Login.
And now we're back to log in. So to activate an item in Mistworld, you will push enter.
Richard Mage, last access, September 27th, 14 hours, 2 minutes, and 28 seconds, 2025. Delete character.
And now we have the character screen. Now, there's something else I need to bring up. These menus are, for lack of a better word, graphed. So, these menus still have the S and W for up and down.
Arrogant Sorcerer, last access, September 27th. Caleb Elf, last access, September 5th, 9 hours,
I have
52 minutes, and
3
34 seconds,
characters.
2025.
Richard,
Delete character.
who is a mage, Aridin, who is a sorcerer, and Caleb, who is a fire elf. But if you want to access the drop-down menus, you want to hit A and D to move from left to right. So I'm currently on Caleb, so if I hit the letter D,
Elf.
we have Elf.
Last access, September 5th, 9 hours, 52 minutes, and 34
Last
seconds,
access
2025.
was on September 5th. This character is in a gang, which I will get to in a future episode. Right now, this is an introduction.
Delete character.
Delete character. I'm not gonna do that.
Delete character.
And then that's it. So, I'm going to select Richard because he's the character I've been working on.
Create new character change on email. Richard Mage, last access, September 27th, 14 hours, 2 minutes, and 28 seconds.
Oh, and then
2025.
below
Delete
your
character.
last character, you have create new character. I will demonstrate that maybe at the end of the episode if we have time. But I'm going to click on Richard now and get into the game.
Central Bank
Unread
Central Bank.
announcement.
System bearing free equipment and hand protection. Link from the bank tournament chest.
So, this game does have a chat feature.
System bearing equipment and hand protection. Link from the bank tournament
You
chest.
can add friends, you can team up with other players for dungeons and PvP fights, but there are designated zones for those. As you heard when I clicked on my character, you heard unread announcement. Sometimes the admins of the servers will have random server restarts, announcements for updates or events, in-game events to be exact. So to check that, you want to press Control Backspace to open the menu.
Battle report.
This is what I like to call the event management menu, where you have your private messages, your in-game announcements, your gang quests, and whatnot. So, the same thing applies in this menu. S and W to move up and down, A and D to move side to side.
Link from the bank tournament chest.
Also, NVDA will read random screen reader messages because
500,000 RNB from bank competition rewards.
when certain players achieve certain things, it will announce it to the entire server. So, if you hear that, that's what that is. I know there's a way to turn it off, but I can't remember how to do it right now.
System daily got 100 soul stone.
Let me just go through this menu. So the first item we have is
Battle report.
Battle Report, which I believe just tells you how your battles go.
Announcement unread messages.
Announcement, unread messages. So if I want to check that, I will push enter.
One new. You will reboot the server for maintenance at 6. 0 dot dot. Press to see the
We will reboot the server for maintenance at 6 a.m. This is a frequent occurrence. Let me check my profile because I had something going here.
Richard, 6 to 8p 7 50% EXP bonus 1. Press to resume 55 minutes 15 seconds remaining.
Okay. That is something I will talk about in a bit, is XP cards. I might do that in a future episode. I want to just show you how the game mechanic works. So basically, A, S, W, A, S, D, and W move up, down, left, and right. S and W move forward and backward. A and D move left and right, respectively. You can probably hear that we are in a village, so if I push W, we will run forward and head towards the gate. I want to show you how a battle works in this game. So, let's do that. I'm going to hold down W, and you will hear Richard run forward through the gate of the village and into the nearby desert. Let's go.
Guard 100 health percent. Gate entrance of the village.
So we are walking on gravel, and now sand, gravel again. You might have noticed the environment changed. If I push the letter V, it will change what my surroundings. So right now I'm on all, so if I push V, you will hear own side, which is fellow players that are with you. Enemies. NPCs. And all.
All side. Enemies.
And you might have just heard a creature stomp in the background. That is an alpaca. J, H, I, N, and comma are my attack layouts. But before Richard gets destroyed, let me show you how this battle works.
One alpaca, 100 health percent at 15 yards.
So I pushed K to target the enemy, and I will push J to throw a spear. And you can run to dodge their attacks. I just hit comma to launch an ice spear. Ow. Rude. That gulping sound is Richard consuming a potion. That whooshing sound is an energy bolt. And that pain sound and something hitting the ground means it's dead. Anyway, I think that is a fairly large sample, and I will probably end this episode after I defeat this next enemy. I promise you that my episodes will be a lot longer from here on out, but I wanted to introduce you to some of what I have going on.
System art of 400,000 RDB from Gang Competition Rewards. One alpaca, 100
And I went silent so that you guys could hear what a full battle was like. Next upload, I will start with a new character so that you guys can get a more in-depth description from the game itself that may explain it better than I can. So let me find our exit and I will sign off. That weird sound means I've hit a boundary line. Now, just to make things quicker, if you have an exit artifact, which are called hearthstones, you can bind them to a number which I have bound to 0. So if I hit 0, this will happen.
Sector claim level village, center of the village.
You hear a weird vortex sound, and my character, Richard, was
System sample drop
transported back to the nearest town, which happens to be called Metal Village. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope to get to know everybody. And if you like, please leave a comment, subscribe, and stay awesome.
Audacity Row 1 Audacity. Track